of The Unspoken Truth. This is where CEOs evolve and where we lay out the truth, well, the way we see it. I'm your girl, Jay. I am your business architect and your consultant, and I'm joined with my sister in business, Keena B, and she is your CEO, cultivator, and coach. And we talk about the coaching industry and everything that surrounds it. So we deliver real strategy, real growth, and we have honest conversations for coaches in building their business that's going to last and build it the right way. So we always come to you with the truth and it's always unfiltered. This episode is one that is talk about unfiltered. It is unfiltered. It's unplanned. It is timely though. And so let me do the setup. Can I do the setup, Keena?
Do the setup.
So the setup was we were getting ready to film another episode of The Unspoken Truth. And I was asking Keena, okay, Keena, do people use these words? Because, and the reason why I say that is because you could kind of, we're getting older and we're seasoned, like you like to say, we're seasoned.
We're seasoned.
And, it's kind of like, what are the young kids saying? So like the whole like 6ix9ine thing or what that was, I don't know, don't care. uh
I
but
know. Can we pause for a minute?
yeah,
Okay, so you don't understand it either.
no, it's 6'7", 6'7", that's what it is,
Six,
6'7",
six,
six
six,
seven six
seven,
nine
and then they say
whatever it is, the
nine.
sixth thing.
Yeah, I am so far don't understand it. Like I'm gonna be very, very honest. I do not understand it. Didn't do the research, so I'm not that type that's like, oh, what is that? Let me see what. Because I didn't care. But that, keep going, Jay.
Yeah, and I got what Riz is. I got what Riz is. But these things that these youngins say, it's kind of like, okay, you're not being hip to the lingo, so it shows your age, blah la 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 la. But it's the same thing with the industry. And it's like, okay, so I was asking Keena, do people say hustle anymore? And she says, yeah. People don't say hustle anymore, nor do they say VA, nor do they say OBM. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on, what? So where are these jobs? What are they calling themselves in? And she was like, well, I don't know. And webinars are out. And I'm just like, well, I knew webinars were out, but I'm talking about using the word. And we just started talking and having this conversation about the shift within the coaching industry. And she was talking about the factor of AI in the coaching industry. So I was like, um, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you, Keena, about your stance on that or what you said about that. But I was like, eh, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong, because even in my strategies, I use and I include AI. So I think, and let me be clear, we have been using AI for years prior to Chat GBT. Before you even knew Chat GBT was a thing, we have been using artificial intelligence for years. Um,
Just didn't
I
call
am almost at the point to say more than 20 years, like within this millennium. In some way, shape, or form, we have been using AI
your
because AI can be in automation. Go ahead.
your chat bots. So those of you that created chat bots forever long ago, that's AI.
Exactly. You have stuff on your website. Um, Click here if you have any questions and whatever, how we used to have that and how you used to have Facebook Messenger on your website and stuff like that. All of that is artificial intelligence. If you're thinking about automations, that's artificial intelligence. Whenever you call in and they say press 1 for, press 2 for, that's artificial intelligence. So, we've been doing that for a minute, for a long time, because we tired of it. Just get you sitting up there, you're like, before you were pressing zero, like just press zero to get to an operator. Then you're like representative, representative, representative. So the point is, we have been doing it for a while, but now in the coaching industry, in the support team or service based industry, what does that mean for you? So we're gonna talk about it. So Keena, what was your or what is your view on that and where the industry is going?
So, a couple of things, and forgive me because I was trying to go live because I don't want to say. Well, we got this recorded, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there. Um, so the industry, the coaching industry. Please don't get me wrong. It's necessary. It is absolutely, because I question this. I'm gonna be totally like raw. I questioned whether or not the coaching industry was going to phase out eventually.
Mm,
Um, and it is because of this where we are in our evolution of um, with AI. And so I
right.
was like, hold up, because to be quite frank with you, I have started using, and I'm gonna say, AI to coach me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, how did I do that? I mean, there's a lot of things that have to happen in order for you to be able to do that effectively. And part of that is having a high emotional intelligence, being able to pull yourself up by the collar and say, like, you didn't do what you say. You didn't do what you said you were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
That has to be high in order for you to be able to use AI to coach you.
Mm-hmm.
That was the start of me saying, "Oh my goodness, if I can do this and be able to set up my life, the things that I use to be able to coach me through the things that I want to get done,
Right.
what's going to happen with the industry?"
Mm-hmm.
But then I said, people are people. And this is going back to something that Jay was saying before we started, that you are going to lose the human aspect of that, which is necessary for those who struggle with getting out of their own way. And so things like, Jay mentioned VA, Jay mentioned OBM, webinars. Those words are antiquated. They're old.
Mm-hmm.
They they actually indicate a time period where the coaching industry was under fire for have not really
Being real.
being real, producing producing results
Mm-hmm.
repeatedly. So we've all, Jay and I especially, have worked with people who start something and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, I made it. I hit my goal,"
Mm-hmm.
but they couldn't repeat it.
Mm-hmm.
And so what my perspective, what is happening is AI is replacing most things that VAs used to do. Um, because if you understand the nature of running a coaching business, you can replace the human VA that you were using to run your business. If you understand it. But there's where the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
You people weren't getting results. Then now you're going to try to you're going to try to use AI to replicate what you did before and you weren't getting results then. What you think is going to happen now?
Right.
And again, the human aspect. Like Jay does this all the time where she creates strategies, she creates the roadmap, she creates checklists for people to do. The problem that Jay has had is that people don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the human has to come in. So,
Mm-hmm.
as a coach, if you don't understand the disconnect of Jay, and I'm using Jay because this happens over and over again. It happened with me working with Jay. Have the best plans. Like if you execute the plan, if you execute the video or record the video she's saying, create the content that she's talking, have the conversation with people that she's saying that you need to have. If you do all of that, that 6-figure, 7-figure business that you're trying to create will happen. But the disconnect is getting people to do it, to execute.
Right.
So is there going to be AI all up in coaches' businesses? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't dismiss, and this is where I think people are going to use AI too much, dismissing you coaching people through the things that they won't do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can get AI to write my script for this conversation. Like Jay said, it's raw. I can get AI to write this script for me all day, every day, and twice on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
But if I say, Jay, um, I recorded a video, we recorded the videos, we launched it, and we still didn't get our numbers. Is your AI going to be able to tell you why? Maybe,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not. I don't know. But the point is, as a coach, as a CEO, if you haven't already been thinking about this, you better. You better start thinking about it because somebody is going to come and swipe up any clients that you have right now because they figured out how to make their business 2026 version and not 2019, 2015.
I think I totally agree with you. There's okay, so have you seen the movie I Robot?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So, and for those of you who haven't seen it, I don't know who you are, but I'm sure someone somewhere hasn't seen it. Um, but it's a Will Smith movie, so that's why I'm like, who hasn't seen it? Um, but the point is, robot assistants, so practically AI, is
Mm-hmm.
taking over the world. Everybody has their own personal assistant. Have a robot to bring you groceries, a robot to help you if you're elderly that can take care of you, a robot that can that's a greeter, a robot that can rock your dog. A, this is a robot for every and anything.
Yep.
Will Smith hates that. He's, I think, like a police officer, and
Mm-hmm.
he hates that
Mm-hmm.
robots have been used that much in human life. So the reason why he hates that, not saying that he hates robots or AI in this conversation, but it removes the human element.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that your computer can do, but your computer cannot eat for you.
Mm-hmm.
Your computer can hold a lot of memory, it can hold a lot of pictures, but the pictures don't bring back that feeling of
Mm-mm.
the memory that's in your head. The memory that's in your computer is not like the memory in your head.
Hmm.
So, computers, AI, technology, it could do a lot, but it cannot replace a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because there are things as humans that we're alive. We're alive. We're alive. There are things that the human element that includes emotion. The previous episode, we were talking about um, the coach mindset versus the CEO mindset. And we were talking about that the coach mindset, when it comes to your business, is more heart led as opposed to intellectual or, like business minded and things of that nature. Um, that element, that coaching element, that heart led element, AI cannot replace. Whenever you can put in the stats for why your emails are not opening. You
Mm-hmm.
can tell AI, hey, these are my stats for the last 3 months for my emails. My emails are not opening. Why? Why aren't they opening? Why are they not clicking on my links? Why is this? And they can tell you, well, it could be your subject line, it could be the topic, blah 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 blah. Having this means um that you're sending it at the wrong time. You shouldn't be sending it at 5 o'clock in the morning. Blah 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 blah. It could tell you that, and that's great information, and you can make those adjustments. But it can't tell you how to relate
Mm-hmm.
to your audience.
Mm-hmm.
It could tell you your subject lines are too um are too broad. You need to be more specific, but specific like what? Like what?
Mm-hmm.
Should you say I was a small kid but I had a big stomach, so that started uh my journey with my obsession with weight. So I was a pot-belly kid. So it's telling you, "Oh, well your subjects are too broad. You're a weight loss coach and your subjects are too broad. You need to be more specific." It can't tell you that your audience is not relating to you. So the things that you need to say in your subject line are skinny kid, big belly. If I saw that in my inbox, I'm like, who's she talking about?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or um childhood fat kid syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard that. What is that about? Who's she talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Is she so those things when it comes to AI, yes, it can provide you information, but it can't interpret it in a personal manner
Right. Yep. Yep.
and add that and truly understand the human element of your story, of your product, of your service.
Mm-hmm.
That it can't do.
Yep.
It can give you a broad idea of what your funnel should be, but why should your funnel be set up that way?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think AI right now is generic.
Not as generic as it was last year, but
Yeah. But I don't think it, and what I see in the future, just like clothing, it's going to be cyclical. It's going to come back around because people are going to get hip to, okay, you're sending out these emails, but they're not really from you. You don't really care. Those are not your
mm-hmm.
words.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You'll be
You're
able to
you're really
tell.
not telling me anything in your email. You're just selling me.
Yep.
So I'm not going to open up your emails.
Yep.
And they're going to get hip to, okay, you're sending me through a funnel. So I know once I get here, you're trying to sell me
Mm-hmm.
into something else. It's going to come back around. So people saying, well, I want to be out. I don't want to be all involved in my business. I just want to coach. I just want to show up and coach. People are going to be like, oh, okay, but I'm paying you thousands of dollars. And where are you again? I'm paying for access to you.
mm-hmm.
I'm paying to know what you know to get where you are or whatever the case is. And I don't see you.
Yeah. Yep.
That's like somebody, you know what it is? It's like purchasing a $5,000 book and you don't get to talk to the author. It's like I got the information, but access to you, I want to talk to you. I want to see you. I want access to you. But for programs and courses, it's like, okay, I'm getting the information. I'm getting that, but I want to connect. I want access. I want face-to-face time. I want to hear your voice. And I want to get to know you. And this industry is heading down the road of, yeah, but I don't want to give you access to me.
No, well, so here's a, and this is Jay, what you just said lends itself to why it's important for you to know as the CEO who your client is. Who are you building or have you built this business for? Like, and I don't mean what problem are you solving? No. I mean, are you trying to attract the people who and I'm gonna put them at levels. Nordstrom's, the Limited, or Walmart. Are you trying to attract clients that shop at Nordstrom's? Like, and I don't mean shop at it like they're above their means. Like that's where they go. If they want clothes, they go into Nordstrom's. They're not doing anything. They're not going anywhere else. They're going straight to Nordstrom's. Or are they going to Walmart? I mean, Walmart has a line called Free Will. It's nice. It's not Nordstrom's, but it's nice. But what Jay was saying lended itself to you understanding the type of clientele that you're looking to attract. Because if your clientele is the Nordstrom clientele, they are going to want to they are going to want FaceTime. So if you're trying to be hands off and create your business as automated as possible, and your Nordstrom's client is like no, then what are you doing? You're not connected to the person that you're trying, the people that you're trying to sell to. which is why, again, could AI tell you that? No. But me on the outside looking in, and you saying I want to adjust my business to be so that I'm hands off, and I ask you who your client is, and I'm like, well, they're not going to buy because they need you. They want to talk to you. They want to be able to pick up their phone and text message you, get on the phone with you, not some automated bot.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand that and be willing to adjust to the type of client that you are trying to attract into your business.
I also see people not paying.
As much,
Mm-hmm.
they're not. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Total side note. Were y'all paying attention when China exposed where all these name brand Coach and all that, like how they all come out of the same warehouse?
Mm-hmm.
The Walmart. Speaking of Walmart, the bag that you seen at Walmart is a bag that's similar that you can get that's $20,000. What? What? Wait a
Mm-hmm.
minute. My
Mm-hmm.
cousin went to China and she went live and showed all these like racks and racks of jeans. Now I don't know about you, I wear jeans,
Mm-hmm.
but she was like, "Oh my gosh, this is Guess. This is the Scoop that's in Walmart. This is the what's the name brand the jeans that everybody that's like couple
Something
$100,
American.
huh?"
Something American.
But you spend a couple
Yeah.
$100 for said jeans.
Mm-hmm.
They were all in the same rack. So it was exposed that we are really paying for a name.
Mm-hmm.
So if you coach are the type like I'm the type where I want some of what I do to be hands off, but I
Mm-hmm.
gotta talk to the people that I'm working with. Like
Right.
I cannot effectively help you if we only doing this. I can't. And maybe just maybe you're the type of person that can be coached that way, but you got to also understand you and your limitations and what you need. So you may not need FaceTime. You may be do very well with just reading a book, filling out the prompts and executing.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, if you're in anywhere near coaching, you talked about coaching, you've worked with coaches, 9 times out of 10, you need to be coached, which means this is not going to help you all the time.
Right.
So,
Uh, and
yeah.
and here's the other thing. I'm okay. So I am a person who personally now, to Keena's point, my clients don't necessarily feel the way I feel. And
Right.
I can adjust to what my clients' wants are.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally am the type of person, I built my business with my hand, with my two hands.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else touched my business but me. So if it was emails, I wrote them. If it was a post, I posted it. Or I wrote it. Now, someone else could have posted or whatever the case is, but I wrote it because I want you to know the information is coming from me. So whenever you get on you get on a call with me, the stuff that I said in my email, the stuff that I said on my post, is the stuff that I'm going to tell you face to face. It's
Mm-hmm.
not that disconnect. And what I'm seeing is that as coaches, it's the same problem whenever they started hiring a whole bunch of VAs and other people to take care of their business, but themselves. Whenever you have AI taking over your business, the stuff that it's writing for you, I don't care what prompt you put in there. I don't care. I don't.
Expert prompt creator.
It's sitting up there. You could put create an email that's savvy that speaks to this tone and speaks to this problem and everything. I don't okay, you could go to some of these platforms and they're asking you what is your voice? What's your tone? What's your
Hmm.
language? What's your personality? They ask that so that they can get a feel for you, but they don't have the experience that you had or that you have that lends to why you write the way you write,
Hmm.
why you talk the way you talk. If AI was to create a script for me, it's going to speak like this. And even if I said, okay, well, I don't speak like this, I speak like this because I'm from North Carolina and this the way I do things. And if I'm having real talk with somebody, this is how I'm sounding. They're going to say it's going to be too much in the other direction. It's not going to have the balance of, okay, yes, I can speak like this, but also whenever I feel strongly about this, I'm going to put my finger up and you're going to hear all that southern twang come out my mouth.
Hmm.
It's not going to know that. And it's not going to write like that. And it's not going to tell me, okay, you need to emphasize this because it doesn't know that this is important to me
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
this is where I need to get off script because
Hmm.
I have a personal experience in this. It's not going to know the human element of you. And if you count on it to remove yourself so far from your business, it is no longer your business.
Hmm. Very similar to what we were saying about if I create it,
Hmm.
it's no longer your business. It's mine, my brainchild.
My thing is if you look at going back to your example about designers. So designers have other designers to design a collection. So let's say who is Ferragamo or what's another designer? Um,
As much as I like, I brought that up.
you
I
don't know.
am a plain, somewhat plain Jane.
Balenciaga.
Got it.
Okay, so let's go to these fashion houses, right? Okay, so you have a head creator or a curator or whatever the case is. You have that, and you have sub like other designers that design a collection. Like for example, okay, I can't remember who these people are with, like the fashion house they're with, but like Pharrell was uh, a designer for a certain collection with another company, and Kanye could be a fashion designer for hired by another company, and I don't know, Beyonce could be hired to
Hmm.
be a fashion designer for somebody else, or Rihanna could be hired as a fashion designer for something else because they like your style. They like the human element that you bring to fashion. And they think our aesthetic aligns.
Hmm.
So they bring her in or him in. And these people create whatever type of collection.
Hmm.
Before it hits the runway, head designers are coming in and they're looking over everything. Now they have a seamstress They have thousands or hundreds of seamstress that are working day and night trying to come up with the to create these designs. They have designers that have you know drawn so many an abundance of sketches of different designs and this and that and that. They've had that, but they are still present in that business. They are still present and hands on. I like this. I don't like that. I like this. I like that. Well, what if we do this? Well, what if we put this on? Well, let me try this. Well, let me do that. They're still hands on in that business. You can't, if you want people to pay premium, you cannot be automated 100%.
You can't be unless you. So I'm gonna say this: you can't be if you haven't put enough time into the business in order for you to create that. You so to your point, Jay, and we're going back to coaching. If you understand your client and all the things associated with with your client, you can make it 90% automated.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on what problem you're solving, maybe 100%, but you have to have your client nailed, like nailed, and you're still your program, your coaching model style is evolving with your client. The likelihood of that happening is not high.
Mm-mm.
So you have to, again, you got to understand the person that you're looking to sell to. You have to. Because
And
if
let
you
me
don't,
enter, that's not the demographics. Okay, so I'm talking about a woman from 35 to 55. She lives in, blah 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 blah. She did We're not talking about that, and we're not talking about the psychographics of she has a dog and she feels her fear is being overwhelmed. If I hear overwhelmed one more time,
we
uh
all are overwhelmed at this point. Okay.
you know uh sh- she has these fears, she's frustrated. We're talking far beyond that.
Because
Sorry,
those
go ahead.
pieces are included,
Mm-hmm.
because you got to understand, okay, she said that she's overwhelmed. Why is she overwhelmed?
Mm-hmm.
This is why you hear me say why. Why is she overwhelmed?
My favorite question. I have two of them, my favorite. Why? And okay, what's next?
What's next?
Mm-hmm.
But the why question is going to expose whether or not you know what you're actually doing. If you understand the person in which you're trying to help, that why question matters. And if you have been doing the work, you've been doing, oh, you can't see it. If you've
Mm-mm.
been doing the work,
Mm-hmm.
then you know why they're overwhelmed. They have no boundaries. They have no, they're trying to do everything themselves. They have said yes to too many things. But beyond that, how do you get them out of that space? How do
Mm-hmm.
you course correct? So it is beyond. So, yes, you need to understand what they're afraid of, what they're overwhelmed on. Why is this not working? But more importantly, you got to understand the nature of the person in which you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
So we did an episode, the last episode, where Jake talked about somebody who is confident here but can't put a phone in front of their face.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't equate. You're confident. You mean to tell me that this little bitty phone is now making you scared?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Mm-hmm.
AI can tell you potential reasons why, but your client doesn't want to know potential reasons why. They want to know why they
Mm-hmm.
are not moving the needle. And more importantly, what do they need to start doing in order to change these behaviors? So yeah, you got to understand your client.
Right.
You have to. You got to understand. I mean, you got, like Jay said, it's beyond the gender, it's beyond the location.
Mm-hmm.
Does some of that stuff matter? It depends on what we're talking about. But you got to understand the person as a whole, the human that's standing there and saying, I am willing to spend this money for you to help me get from where I am now until where I want to be, and their motivations and the things that's going to get them to change their action. You got, as a coach, you have to understand that. And AI is not necessarily going to be able to help you nail that. That's a human.
Mm-hmm.
That's a human attribute.
Yeah. So,
We're exhausted. That's what we're saying right now because, and listen, you're listening to this. We want to hear your perspective too. Like,
yes.
what do you think? Have you been coached before? Have you been in this industry? Have you been, are you a coach and have you been in this industry for a while that you're seeing these changes and you're concerned as much as we are? I mean, I'm not as concerned. Y'all had to see Jay's face a minute ago. She was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is happening right? It was like I let the cat out the bag and she was like, I don't know what to say about this stuff, Keen. I gotta do research. Yeah, you do, but depending on, we talked about a specific, and we won't, this part I won't name names because I don't like doing that. Um, but somebody who was big in the industry, and she has, and if you're in the coaching world, you know who we're talking about, does courses, and she decided to shut it down. What's happening? So listening to a conversation, it was like, oh, this is where we're going. It's not to say courses are dead. They're not. Online
Mm-hmm.
education is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So hear me when I say this. You have a course out there that is actually producing results, keep going. You have a course that you're creating, a program that you're creating that you know will get results, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Also understand what's happening with the landscape that you're dealing with. You gotta, that's that CEO hat. You gotta understand both sides of this.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I think first, before I complete my thought, if you are watching this, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe so that you can hear more unfiltered truths and our perspective on the coaching industry and the service provider industry. Um, and we want you, like Keena said, we want you to be a part of the conversation. So make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, share, and make sure you tag us. Excuse me.
with the pause.
Make sure you tag us so that we can have that engaged conversation with you. And if you want to speak with us separately, please make sure that you click the link in the description and we will go ahead and schedule some time for us to chat and work this out with you so that we can properly set up systems and offers and coaching programs and get your mind right. That's what I think. Get and get your mind right. We can properly do that with you one on one. So go ahead and check out the description box for that. You hear us talk about the different stages of business, the build, the strengthen, the grow, the scale. You can AI, when Kina was talking about like, can you use AI for 90% of your business, 100% of your business, 20% of your business? It also depends on the phase, the stage that you're in. If you're in the building stage, so you're laying the foundation, you can definitely use AI in your business
Heck
to
yeah.
automate it,
Heck yeah.
but you cannot use it. I can't, I won't even say at the 50% mark. You need, whenever you're laying the foundation, you're newly connecting to this audience, you're building your audience. 50% of it, I mean, a good probably 30% of it, a good 40% of it probably, but it's doing half of the work for you in building your business.
Not
You're
wrong.
needed.
Yes. Yep.
You're needed to be present. Um, but once you get to scaling your business, definitely over 60% of your business can be automated. Um,
Yes. And let me say this from my side of what Jay and I do. From my perspective, what Jay just said is if you use AI 90 to 100% of the time and you're in the build stage, which means you're just beginning,
mhm.
you've created a vanilla business.
Mhm.
There's no sprinkles, there's no chocolate chips, strawberry swirl, there's nothing in there. And in essence, you created something that can somebody else can pick up and take away. There's no flavor. There's
Oh,
nothing.
you got that. You don't even have a Walmart brand business.
You
You got
really
like
don't.
that dollar store ice cream
You don't have.
with artificial flavoring.
Yes, yes, yes.
But you want Ben and Jerry's uh I can't think of it. You want bougie.
Ben and Jerry's, Cold Stone. And where we live at, we have this place called U Dairy. It's the creamery or ice cream shop for University of Delaware, and it's real deal. You want that, but you only want to pay $2 for it.
You want like to my favorite one is how do you say it? Talenti.
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Talenti. You want that type of stuff, but but where's the you in it?
Yep,
How is it unique?
yep.
And just saying, well, it came from you, that ain't enough.
That not enough.
That ain't enough.
Not enough
I'm
at
sorry. And to be as speaking for someone as someone who has had things stolen from them,
all.
blink, 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 twink, 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 twink.
Are we talking about the person that we work together with? I'm sorry, y'all. We can't. We literally because we're
We
professional
have no time. We have no time.
and we're trying and we're being professional and not trying to go there. But I witnessed it. Okay, I like. You know how people tell stories and you're like, no, 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 no. I need what Jay's talking about. What Jay's talking about. I was there. Like I seen it with my own eyes. I heard it with my own ears. Stolen. Like you should be charged with a felony crime. I'm just saying.
and
But we don't.
still, and still. But you know what? And that stuff had all up in it.
Also true. So if y'all ever
Physically, mentally, I was all up. It was it was my with no AI at all, at all.
Jay, didn't you record stuff with your voice and picture and stuff? What wasn't
Sure
you on?
did.
Were you on? So,
Sure did.
ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever come across a program and you seen Jay, you're like, oh, I know her. We
If
hope
it
at
didn't
this
come from
point
J Black and Co., if it didn't come from the Unspoken Truth, if it didn't come from the iconic Coach Collective, yes.
somebody stole it. Oh,
But so if that being 100% authentic could be stolen, you copy and pasting, you copy and pasting, you doing what some computer told you to do.
hmm.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And that's what I do as your strategist. I come in and work with you as a human being to connect with other human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Is there AI involved in it in certain elements? Of course, yes. Can we automate things? Yes, definitely. And I'm not saying I'm not against or anti tech. I'm not saying that. But you cannot set up a business where you are removed from it. Where you're, if you're in the build, strengthen stage of your business,
Mm-hmm.
those, that month long vacation that you want, that Tahiti, Bali, world cruise, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
type life that you
Mm-hmm.
want. Don't you know, I had a client tell me, now, new to the coaching business, new to the coaching business.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know, she said, okay, so by the end of the year, me and my husband, we want to get a yacht and we want to sail. Yep, she sure did. And I was like, mm, do you have a coach? So I asked her right after that, do you have a coach? Yeah, I do. I have a business coach. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Do you mind sharing me with me who she is? She told me who she was. I was like, um, are you are you are you are you doing the exercises that she offers or suggests that you do? And she's like, oh yeah, yeah, no, 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 okay. Mhm. Well, I need to be honest with you. You want to buy a yacht. Is your husband, are we talking about from your husband's income? And she was like, no, I want to be able to do it. My husband, he's worked, da, 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 and I want to send him, I want to gift this to him, and I want to do it for my business.
Sorry.
I hate to tell you this. I hate to tell you
You
this.
hate to be the bearer of bad news.
And we had that conversation, and the way she looked at me, she was like, her heart was broken, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah,
But you sorry, and for me, I'm sorry that you had to be the one to tell her that. Like, where was your coach at?
I'm like, okay, because that's what I wanted to know. Like, okay, coach, is your coach your hype man and your yes man? That's what because I was like, you can have a coach that's giving you the real and you just don't want to hear it. You
Mm-hmm.
don't want to do the work. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're saying that you're doing the work and they're encouraging your delusion,
Oh, 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 oh. Jaden called it a delusion. Jaden called it a delusion.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Oh.
I don't think you had the right coach for you. And as your strategist, I'm here to keep it real with you.
Yeah, because you got to execute. No, not execute, but your strategy has to have reality in it. Otherwise,
I'm providing
you
you the
can't execute.
roadmap for a human to connect to another human. That's what I'm
Period.
doing.
Period.
How do you do that? But yeah, so we want to hear your thoughts. We
Yes.
want to hear your experiences.
Mm-hmm.
How has AI shaped your business? How do you feel
Hey.
about the way that the coaching industry is going? How do you feel about your place as a service provider
Hmm.
in the coaching industry, in online business, how it's moving? Let's have this discussion. Go ahead and put it down in the comments. Go ahead and reach out to us and we can continue the conversation. We appreciate you all being here with us in this impromptu episode of The Unspoken Truth. I am your girl, Jay. This is Keena. And with us, you're always going to get the truth the way we see it. And it's always going to be unfiltered. So you could have been doing anything in the world, but you chose to spend this time with us. And we are forever grateful and thankful. Until next time, y'all.